So I'm gonna be cut dry with y'all. On the news, they saying that the pyramids was probably built by ancient aliens and things like that, but they were built by humans on the earth that were in tune and connected to their divine frequencies that would they would receive these cosmic downloads and understand how to build certain things through magnetic fields and the core, the D2 mantle of the earth and different things like that. Now I'm gonna explain this in a second, but the pyramids themselves and Stonehenge, the pyramid of the sun, Stonehenge, and these many places were built on top of ley lines, and they was built in certain places because these certain places in the earth that on these magnetic grids actually um, you know, made it to where you had a more stable connection, be able to, to have these portals or create these portals, open portals, not just, yes, a real, I'm talking about a real teleportation, like a real portal, yes, but also a portal when we're talking about in the mind space as well, if we're talking about, these ley lines. And I'm gonna basically explain that in a second. See, even all over England, no matter where you go, anywhere on the earth, all over England, they have these ley lines. You feel what I'm saying? And on certain parts of these ley lines, they have sacred sites because these sacred sites have certain are like centers, and these centers are like centers of power, like chakra centers of power, just like your body has chakra centers. So these centers of power is what is tuning you into the larger fields of the magnetosphere and these other fields to where you can start to receive these downloads, these cosmic downloads, and you can in this information, and you can go to the astral plane of different things faster and easier. This is why the Egyptians built the great pyramids of Giza, and this is why it's called a motherboard, because it's a motherboard, because it's all technology. This is all technology, right? This is nature technology. This is more advanced technology than any computer system. So, and for you to really understand it and really comprehend it, these stars that are lying, like even Orion's belt, right? The reason they're showing you that is because when you talk about Sirius and you talking about these other stars, these are what we call the heavens. This is the real heavens, and you understand that in the real heavens, we the Egyptians connected with the Syrians and with various other many deities that were in the cosmos and came from these heavens, so to speak. So they would constantly do this because they knew if they could connect the earth to the heavens, then they could create these portals, and they create interdimensional travel. You feel me? And this was possible in like ancient like 30,000 BC, like a long time ago, way before any Bible story and things like that. Because ultimately what you get is through war and through other things and through a disruption of the frequency and vibration and these vibratory rates, because everything's like music. If it's not in harmony, then it causes a chaos. In this chaos, you start to dismantle everything. But when everything is in resonance and it comes together, then what you start to get is the ability to be able to manipulate time. I mean, be able to close the gap between time and space and travel and do things like interdimensional travel, like manipulate the weather and be able to create suns and do different things once you know how to have the technology or know how to do it, because the technology only comes with the intellect or the consciousness. Remember, everything is made from the consciousness, no matter what level you're talking about. So what am I talking about? Like the Earth's Schumann resonance, right? Or we're talking about vibration frequency, when it rings, when something vibrates. So the electromagnetic resonance is generated and excited by lightning discharges in the cavity formed by the Earth's surface in the ionosphere. You feel what I'm saying? So once again, we're talking about the ability to know how to manipulate electromagnetic fields, to be able to move solid objects, to be able to make things, to be able to interdimensional travel, interstellar travel, all these different things, to be able to create spaceships and different things like that, and also to be able to connect to these other beings easier when they go into these temples and things like that. And if you made it this far in the video, don't, you feel me, before you start judging and saying, oh, he's talking crazy, things like that. Okay, we understand that, everything is about sound, light, tone, frequency, and vibration. You understand that Even these temples had things to produce a certain frequency are based off of sound, right? And in that ability to do so, once you can bring the certain frequency into the body, you can transmigrate, or you can transmutate the body to actually turn into a light being, or or what Jesus did when they say Jesus died and he rose again and he left the earth and things like that. That's what he did. He was able, Elijah and these different other beings, they were able to, you know, get on such a high frequency in the physical body as well in the spirit and the mental, to where they can align these all these different chakra centers, and they can align the DNA. And with this balance in the DNA and this frequency raise in the DNA, now they don't even have a physical body anymore. You feel what I'm saying? It's an understanding that if you're made up of atoms, and if you're made up of all the elements, all your atoms, all of your molecules, your subatomic particles, and many other things like that, then it's possible to raise the vibration of the physical body to be able to take it off of this plane, or to actually manipulate it from this plane of existence. So I'm gonna let y'all think on that one, but it's very possible. And we're getting to a point where the people who are in tune with themselves and are in tune with their spirit, and want to achieve this level of Christ consciousness that's coming back on the earth, they know that we have to go to these ancient sites, because these ancient sites is what activates us. As we connect with the Mother Earth, now we in resonance with Mother Earth, and Mother Earth will start to open and unlock our DNA even further. That's the goal, that's the mission. You feel what I'm saying? So just take a moment and don't think on it. See if you resonate with it through, frequency. And this is what we teach people is once you learn everything is based off of vibration and frequency, we know that everything's based off of sound, light, tone, frequencies. We know that before light, there was always sound and tone. Before you could see anything physical, it was subatomic particles in various many gases and different things that was already there. So I want y'all to understand that even you understanding where the placements of gases and different things, we might have gases in this atmosphere, but they're in a different phase or different mode of change or rate of change. But when you're talking about gases that are in the sun or in the center of the earth and different things like that, you're not in these places because of pressure conditions, and your body can't handle those pressure conditions. This is why anybody that says they have been outer space is lying to you in terms of outer space, because what they're talking about is actually the electromagnetic field of the earth. They've only been to a certain state of this firmament, but they've never been truly outer space. Because if you go outer space in that sense, if you do it with the physical body, it'll be too much heat. Because we know heat rises, and this is how you get your gases and many different things that are higher up in the atmosphere. It's just an understanding that the earth itself is like a molecule or an atom or anything, just vice versa. You're talking about as above, so below, as within, as without. You're talking about size, scale. You're talking about scales. You got me? Appreciate y'all. Oh, if I ain't saying, make sure y'all like, follow, and subscribe. I got more coming. Hey.